Welcome back to another Creative Rooms Technology Showcase. This is an interesting one today. We are revisiting a project. This has been a bit of an Instagram success story for us. We had the photographs taken of this finished cinema room about 2 years ago now, and it's had a massive engagement online. We have clients phone up and literally order this room. Subsequently, we've built up a fantastic relationship with the client and his family. So we've got 3 further rooms to show you that we've designed in the house and installed over the past couple of years. There's obviously the cinema. There is a living room space with a 5.1 surround sound in there. There's an office and then a gaming studio for his 2 boys. First and foremost, this cinema room, which is absolutely packed full of technology. So let's take a bit of a deeper dive into what we find in the cinema. Audio is driven by our friends at Acoustic Loudspeakers. We've got a Dolby Atmos 7.2.4 system in here, which is 7 wall surround speakers, 2 subwoofers and 4 in-ceiling Atmos channels. The speaker system and the amplification is configured to work for either a TV or a cinema. We have here a drop-down projection screen. So in a wide 2:3:5:1 ratio cinema screen, projector turns on at the back of the room and we turn into cinema mode. For movies, we stretch the screen out to cinescope ratio and you get that full home cinema experience, with the TV as a secondary for watching sport or gaming, all done seamlessly, controlled via the Control 4 app. So the client, when we were designing this space, really wanted to have the room with 2 feels. He wanted a kind of daytime mode whereby it felt like a living room, and he wanted at the flick of a switch to be able to turn it into a cinema mode. So how do we achieve this? We used lighting control via Control 4, a starlight ceiling for that enhanced cinema effect, and also clever dual roller blinds from Q Motion. So currently you'll see that they're set down in TV mode. That gives us a sheer blind to let light come through. So we get some natural daylight in the room when we're watching TV. The TV isn't affected by natural daylight. The lights can all be off and you've just got that kind of nice soft living room feel. When we hit one button, we flip to cinema mode. Instantly the room is transformed into a cinema. The light switches on the wall and the Control 4 light switches are so much more than just light switches. We can turn the TV on and off, we can turn the projector on and off, we can drop the screen behind me, and we can change the settings on the blinds for sheer versus blackout, even have half and half, all at the press of one button, and that's done via the when then technology in Control 4. So when I press this button, then this chain of events happens and that encompasses all of the technology in the room, not just lights. So if there's ever a question as to why should I get lighting control, is it worth it, it's quite expensive, it's more than just a light switch. And that's the key thing in technology. You can control your whole room and your environment from the press of one button, and that's the whole point of having lighting control. We have our standard cinema padded walls in here. We've elevated those slightly in here with some yellow piping. The client wanted to introduce a contrasting colour. We've got the fabulous yellow bean bags in here that sit in front of the sofa because the room doesn't allow us to have 2 levels. So having a low slung bean bag actually gave us that second row of seating without having to build up. And we've even gone as far as hiding the entrance door with the angled finish that continues down onto the wall to really give that illusion of there not being a door there. We've even continued the skirting across the bottom of the door, finishing it off with a popcorn station and a bar. There's a little fridge in there, so you've got everything you need in the one room. It's all a really beautiful design. As I said at the beginning, it's replicated in a number of places since we installed this. So this is the second room that we completed for the family. We have focused on a Samsung frame TV. It just looks like a piece of art, completely matte finish. And we see a lot of these TVs installed, but they're not used as a piece of art. And it's a shame because it really works in this room. We have changed the bezel around the edge. Audio, again, is powered by Acoustic. We have a 5.1 system in here. Soundbar under the TV. 2 side speakers which are built into the joinery, 2 rear speakers and a subwoofer. A nice feature of the Art Acoustic speakers, which is used often but very rarely showcased, is the ability to colour match and have custom artwork covers put on the speakers. So you'll notice the soundbar behind me sits underneath the TV. It is colour matched to the joinery. We can screen print custom artwork onto the fabric. So currently they're black. The clients have some pictures that we've had screen printed onto the covers. They will put those on the speakers, and then the speakers just look like photographs in the joinery as intended. So the whole feel of the room changes from having an audio system set up in here to having great audio, which is kind of sympathetic in the design, hidden away a little bit, and just a lot softer. So we move into room 3 in the house, the home office. Not a huge space, but as you can imagine, full of amazing technology. So the room was divided into 3 areas. The client wanted a defined working space behind me. That's got a rising desk, so you can work standing up, you can also work sitting down, and there's 5 presets. There's a meeting area, the client can sit down and have face-to-face meetings. Video conferencing has been linked in. That's driven by a Logitech Rally bar, which sits underneath the LG TV. It's signed into Teams on the TV, his diary appears, all of the video meetings appear, and everything is driven from the remote control on the table. The quality of video and audio you get from a Rally bar for video conferencing is amazing. There's a little chill out area, sofa and a fridge, just for sitting down and relaxing. Key elements of this room really is the neatness and the tidiness. We have run cables everywhere. So the TV is linked to the desk, the TV is linked to the meeting area, you've got hardwired network at each location, there's HDMIs at each location. So wherever you're sitting in the room, you're able to operate, or clients, guests are able to operate fully. Without having to join Wi-Fi, without having to worry about streaming, you can actually hardwire yourself in, which is always the most stable and best quality way of doing things. Bespoke joinery was made very much like the other part of the house, and rather than old-fashioned locks or combinations, we've actually got fingerprint scanners on this that allow us to open the doors to the cabinets using your fingerprint, which is amazing. This is a little gaming studio for the boys. It's a really fun room, it's really cool, there's some great detail in here. So what we have is 2 completely mirrored gaming setups. So there's Samsung frame TVs for a nice tight to wall finish on both sides. We have bespoke joinery with games consoles in custom built shelves, both sides. A soundbar that's custom made seamlessly into the front of the joinery so that each system works independently. They can game with headphones on independently, or together if they're online with mates. The room all comes together and ties together as a single space. An amazing house, 4 brilliant rooms. We have to say a massive thanks to the client and his family. Over the past couple of years, they've been absolutely wonderful to work with. We get inspiration from our clients as much as they get inspiration from us. Creative rooms can do the whole package. We're not just media rooms, we're not just cinema rooms. We can decorate, we can lay carpet, flooring, bespoke joinery. We can actually achieve everything in any room that you would like us to. Fantastic project, and hope you enjoyed this one.